On Divorce Court today. After only 1 month of marriage, Leslie is ready to call it quits. She claims Demon promised her the moon and the stars if she would move to Atlanta. She moved, but instead of a fairy tale, they are living with his mother. Leslie Robinson and Demon Robinson have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, the two of you have only been married for a month, 30 days. And Ms. Robinson, you are coming here asking me for $2,000 because you want to pack up your stuff and relocate to California because you've had enough. Please tell me how Kim Kardashian made it 72 days. I just want to know, what went so wrong in those 30 days?
Well, Judge, I've known Demon for 9 years.
Uh-huh.
He called me at the beginning of the year, swept me off my feet, made me all sorts of promises. Everything sounded
wonderful. Hang on. Hey.
Everything sounded wonderful.
Hey, don't make me do it again.
Everything sounded wonderful. He started sending me poems, told me I was the one that got away. He wanted me back in his life, and he was willing to do...
Were you dating before? When you knew each other, were you dating or were you just acquaintances?
We dated on and off for 9 years, here and there, when I lived in Atlanta.
Mr. Robinson, Mr. Robinson, you'll know I'm talking to you because I'm going to look right at you.
I'm done.
I should hope so. Ms. Robinson, what did he say to you? How long had it been since you last dated and he made that first fatal phone call that swept you off your feet?
It had been several months.
What did he say that was that good?
First, he wanted to know if I was still single. When I informed him that I was, he was immediately like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're not married. What's going on in your life? What are you doing? I told him I'm living out in California. I love it.
Where was he living at the time?
Atlanta.
Okay. So how long did you two start dating again before you two got married?
It's been about 7 months.
7 months. Now, were you dating long distance that 7 months, or what happened?
We were dating long distance. He was calling me 20 times a day. We were having 10-hour-long conversations. I've talked to him longer than I've ever talked to anyone. Even high school days, when you're on the phone all day and night with someone. That's how we talked. We Skyped everything.
Everything. Mr. Robinson, what part of that is not accurate?
A lot of it.
Okay.
Where do you want to start?
Start at the beginning.
Well, first and foremost, I mean, we dated periodically, but it wasn't like dating. You know, I was in a committed relationship. You know, I was with somebody. I come out, hang out with her, stuff like that.
So she was a chick on the side.
Nah, not necessarily chick on the side.
That is not true at all.
No, but that is true.
That's not true.
You said you were
She was not my chick on the side. She just was somebody that I would hang out with, have fun with. It wasn't nothing sexual.
So, in the telephone call that led into marriage, tell me the circumstances of that call. You say it's not like she said it was.
I told her for a long time, you know, I've been digging her, somebody that I could see myself spending my life with, so on and so forth. And we both saw an opportunity for that to make that happen. So, you know, we moved quickly on it, you know. And as far as all these...
What precipitated that call, though? What made you, at that point in time, say, let me go pursue her for the long haul?
Because I've been thinking about her, you know. I've been thinking about her, and I had just talked to the friend that I was telling you about, and, you know...
What went so wrong in those 30 days that you don't want to stay?
Well, first off, it started with all the promises and everything.
What did he promise?
He romanced me. First of all, he romanced me. He told me before I moved out to Atlanta that he sent me emails of beautiful lofts. He told me he would give me the lifestyle that I deserved. He looked at me as a career woman, and he said that the two of us could be a black power couple out in Atlanta. We could take over Atlanta, the two of us together. That's what he told me. He told me he would upgrade my car to a Range Rover, put me in a wonderful, beautiful loft downtown in Atlanta. I mean, it sounded wonderful. It sounded too good to be true, but I knew that Demond had jobs where he had made lots of money and that he had been very successful throughout his career. He told me that with me back in his life, we could get back together.
I get that part. So you're saying he did not deliver as promised within the 30 days?
Nothing.
What did not
Nothing.
deliver?
Mr. Robinson, I'm going to have to sit you down. I'm going to get to you. I promise. I really will. What didn't you get that you thought he promised you?
The only thing that I've gotten right now is a headache in marriage. I haven't gotten the loft. We're living,
Tell me what promises he broke.
I haven't gotten the loft. We're living with his mom. And that's not what I signed up for. I'm way too old for that. This is not some teenage love story. This is not some teenage love story.
You can tell me when I get to you, if I get to you. You might get to the hallway first, and then we just talking to her. Okay?
Thank you. He promised that he would upgrade my car. He said, I told him I was looking for a new vehicle. He said, wait a minute. Let me wait till you get out here to Atlanta, and I'll put you in a Range Rover, baby. I'm still driving the same vehicle. I could have upgraded my car in California.
So what you're telling me is you're mad because he didn't have the finances he pretended to have.
Yes,
You know, Mrs. Robinson, let me tell you something. Mrs. Robinson, let me tell you something. If you're going to be a gold digger, it's best to make sure that the gold is there to dig before you get started.
Because I loved him. He gave me these. I didn't ask for any of these things. He promised me these things.
I understand that.
I didn't ask for any of it.
Ms. Robinson, listen to me. If a promise of material goods gets you a wife, that wife is a gold digger.
But he also hasn't given me the promises emotionally either. He hasn't backed up my career as well. He told me that
30 days! You haven't unpacked completely yet.
Exactly, because we're living with his mom and we can't unpack.
Mr. Robinson?
I told her we can start to build. She's an excellent photographer. You know, I've always admired her work. So I said, let's get you here. Let's build your career. You know, but we have to do it together. Since we've been in Atlanta, she hasn't been on any job interviews.
That is not true.
Ms. Robinson, stop.
She has not even. She talked about doing her massage therapy. She knows she needs extra hours from California to Georgia. She hasn't done anything to
I'm not doing the massaging.
Ms. Robinson, please. Ms. Robinson.
It's multiple things that have.
Let me ask you this. Mr. Robinson, stop talking.
Okay.
I'm talking. I want to redirect this conversation. Okay. She says you made promises to her that you didn't keep. She says that you made representations with respect to your economic picture that weren't quite true.
Never.
Is any of that true?
Never. She knew my financial situation.
Did she know you were going to move? She was going to move in. Hey! I don't know what's wrong with you two people, but I'm about to put you both out because I'm too tired to put up with this, and I'm way too old. Now, either stop talking until I talk to you, or just get out now. Save my breath.
Next, will massage therapy help or hurt this relationship? Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court, real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
Was she aware that she would be moving in with your mother when she got to Atlanta?
Well, the situation happened like this. Okay, I've been looking for places. I wasted gas driving all over the city. I couldn't make her happy with any of the places I was finding. So, you know, I lost deposits, so on and so forth. So I got to a point where I was like, well, you know.
Is that true? That nothing he came up with was good enough?
No, that's not true. He hasn't come up with anything. That's why we're still there.
If that was the case, I wouldn't have spent $3-4 grand coming to get her. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a matter of not having a place. It was a matter of not having a place that satisfied her.
I got you.
There's a difference.
I understand what you're saying. Now, Mr. Robinson, you say that she's kind of lackadaisical. She's indecisive. She won't get anything done. She's kind of looking for things to be done for her. Why don't you explain to me why you feel that way?
Well, I mean, she's all over the page. You know, she won't commit to one thing and stick with it. You know, it's photography one minute, the next minute it's massage therapy. Now she wants to go back to school and get her bachelor's degree in photography. I'm like, well, you know, we need to
pick something.
Yeah, let's put some money together so we can do what we said we wanted to do, which was open up her a modeling agency. I thought that was the whole plan, you know, moving forward, but that hasn't been the case, you know.
Well, Ms. Robinson, let me go to you. You say that he is an extremely jealous man. Tell me about how that jealousy manifests itself in your relationship.
Your Honor, that's why I can't do the massage therapy, because he doesn't want me massaging other men. That's why I didn't want to do that. But now, fast forward, we've been married for a while now, but I need to start making some money, and he doesn't want me to do that. So that's why I told him he needs to invest in my photography career. I moved my whole life, everything that I worked for, to be with him. So I'm struggling to figure out what I need to do in the state that I'm in.
Right.
I mean,
right. I got that.
I had to make a major change.
I got that. Do you have a problem with her massaging men? Do you have problem with her?
No, I told her to get her credits that she needed for the state of Georgia, and that's fine.
That's
I
not
just
the
don't want her
question I
doing
asked
it
you.
all times of the night. You know, I mean, if the phone's chiming at 3 in the morning, you know, I'm like, who's calling you at 3 in the morning? I know, I have no problem with you getting your license. I want you to get your license. I mean, it's good money for you. But, I mean, at the same time, I don't want you to be out at 2, 3 in the morning doing massages. That's ridiculous.
Mrs. Robinson, you say your husband is not good with money. Explain that to me.
He's horrible with money. He painted a picture for me that he was excellent with finances, and I fell for it. I admit to falling for it. I thought that he had a lot of money saved up in the stock market. He told me he lost it all after I moved to Atlanta.
Did you?
I had to go half on my own ring with him.
She did not go half on her own ring.
He didn't have good enough credit to purchase my ring.
The Range Rover's on her finger, okay? I did not lose money.
Honey, a Range Rover costs more than this ring.
What ring? That's your engagement ring that you bought?
Yeah, that's the one I bought.
How much was it?
It was like $5,000.
Wow.
I
That's
had
a nice
co-sign on that.
Stop.
$5,000 in my name. Don't leave that out, please.
If you guys are so tight that Mr. Robinson, am I speaking?
You are.
Is so tight that, you know, your last $4,000 was spent going down there to get her. You're currently living with your mother. Why would you buy a $5,000 ring?
Ask her.
Exactly.
Ask
I told
her.
you.
I said, get the small one that was $2,200.
No,
she was
you
like,
did
no.
not. You said, we walked in
the
the store. He said, baby, get whatever you want.
I did not say that.
Let me say this to you. Even if he did say whatever you want, you had to be aware of what he had and what you had and what made sense.
Exactly, I was. But he convinced me that I deserved it.
You know, I was a lawyer and my husband was an accountant when we got married. And if he walked into the jewelry store and said, whatever you want, I wouldn't have picked up a $5,000 ring. I just wouldn't have done it.
When Divorce Court continues, between the casino and the compatibility test, what secrets will be revealed?
Do you think Damon deliberately misled Leslie with promises he knew he couldn't keep? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Mr. Robinson, you say your wife has a gambling problem. Why don't you tell me about that?
When we were driving back from California, she begged me to stop at casinos. Mm-hmm. Every state we went through, hey, stop at that one, stop at that one, stop. Like, slow down. We don't need to stop at no casinos. We got other responsibilities when we get back to Atlanta. We don't need to, I'm going to win this time. I promise I'm going to win. I gave in. We stopped at a casino. Hey, yeah, she won a little money, but I mean.
A little money?
You won a little money.
How much did you win?
I told you
Total $700.
Well, hold on.
$700.
I told her to stop in Louisiana. And she gave the casino back $250.
He hadn't stopped me.
I stopped her because
what do you play?
She gave back
a little
like
bit
$200.
of everything.
A little bit of everything, and you got you walked out with $700 on top.
Well, my main game is blackjack, but
your main game is whatever they got. Okay.
You know.
There we go.
I mean, I'm not quite sure what to make of this mess. When anybody ever comes in here on the back of a 30-day marriage, I give them a compatibility test, so maybe I can figure out, you know, how whatever happened. And it really didn't tell me much. I asked you to name 5 things that were wrong with you, And you really didn't get the question. Going through a lot with dealing with the change of moving. That's not a fault. That's not a problem. Trying to adjust to marriage. That's not a fault or a problem. You did come up with like things to be done quickly and impatient, which might be a clue to the fact that you're thoroughly dissatisfied with Mr. Robinson in 30 days. You might want to sit down and think about where you're weak, where you're wrong, what you're not doing well, so you can become a little more self-aware, because self-aware people have a much greater chance of being successfully married. You, however, seem to understand yourself quite well. You hate being wrong, you procrastinate, you let problems build up, you're overzealous. Procrastination and overzealousness all at the same time. I don't know quite how you work that out, but okay. I hate arguing, but often cause them. That's the truth.
I know my problem.
You do, and you're aware of them. You know what they are. You were very specific. Right. I mean, I got that part. What do you do for a living? I
make boxes, basically. I'm a corrugator.
Corrugated boxes.
Yeah,
okay.
Corrugated boxes.
It's an honest job.
She wants to go back to what I used to do. And
what did you used to do?
I used to work for an investment company. I used to sell stock market software and all types of stuff.
What did 08 do you in?
08 killed me. Well, actually, 2010 killed me.
2010, really? Is it not your
I don't live
thing
in the
anymore?
past, and that's what she wants to do. She wants to live in the past.
She wants that life.
I want to get a better job, and I'm going to get a better job, but I mean, she has to get an income first. I mean, I can't quit my job I got now. That's our bread and butter, and then there's no income coming in. What's in
I got you.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
Mrs. Robinson, you want Mr. Robinson to give you $2,000 so you can relocate back to California. How much money did you spend moving to Atlanta?
About $3,000.
$3,000? And Mr. Robinson, did you contribute it to the moving costs?
Yeah, $3,000.
$3,000 as well, or?
No, $3,000.
You say it was you.
Right.
She says it was her.
It was me.
It was both of us.
It was.
We
I didn't pay
we saved up our money together. It was both of us.
And she kept digging into it. And once it got
you
towards
dug into it as well. Let's
I
be
never
honest.
dug into it.
Okay.
I never dug into it.
I got you. Let me say this. Mrs. Robinson, you a bit of a bling baby. You know, you want the blingy job and the blingy husband and the blingy ring and the blingy loft and the blingy Range Rover, and that's not quite what marriage is about. You marry somebody because you love him. All you've talked about out here was what he promised you and you didn't get. 30 days is not enough time to secure anything. If you really love this guy, you'd be, hey, baby, glad to see you coming home from the box store. How many boxes did you fold together today? Isn't that more than last week? I love you.
Well, it's
but
kinda,
no.
It's kind of hard to do that when we're living with his
You
parents.
got your hand out and your mouth open. And you got your heart is closed and wound up and locked down. And this is a good man you got here. He got on my nerves, I ain't gonna lie.
He gets on mine.
But he's a good guy, and he wants to do more than he's doing. But I got to respect the man that was on the market, a stockbroker, an investment broker, got beat up and is willing to show up every day and put boxes together so he can have money on the table. He didn't move in with some woman, because you can do that anywhere, apparently, because they're all here on divorce court. He swallowed his pride, he stepped up his game, and he showed up a man. And if you don't like that, you're a fool. You guys were in this thing together. I think he paid most of the money to bring you up here. If you want to dip out on him 30 days in, you will dip out on your own dime. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
Leslie and Demond appreciate the judge's ruling and are reevaluating their relationship. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.